lucecitas que SwZee pistan allá. Es el rancho de mis padres, ahí me voy a vacar. Acércate aquí a mi lado para darte una acariciada. Cuando vuelva de regreso te levanto de pasada. A los 3 o 4 días el troquero regresó. Se detuvo en aquel rancho y por ella preguntó: señor, pásele pa' dentro, déjeme explicarle yo. Esta joven que usted busca hace un año se murió. Hace un año en estas fechas, en esas curvas chocó. Se alcanzó a salir del carro y un poquito caminó. Desde entonces se aparece, pero ya sin esperanzas, haciendo siempre el esfuerzo de llegar hacia su casa. Ya con esta me despido, esta es una historia cierta. Esto le pasó a un troquero que le dio raíz a una muerta.
That was Grupo Contagio with Corrido de la Muerte, and we're going to keep it going with our Estilo Mexicano mix. Next up, we got Los de la Nueva Herencia with Sin Frenos.
Los de la Nueva Herencia, ya se la saben. Desde el 313. Diario me han preguntado cómo es que hago tantas rolas, pero yo nunca les digo porque siempre van a llegar las copias. Es que yo siempre ando en lo mío, con un gallo, con dos, con eso me concentro. Yo nomás agarro la pluma y escribo lo que ando pensando. No me importa tu opinión, ni que fueras mi patrón. La bolsa no es fácil, pero de una forma u otra hay que subirnos. Mucha gente dicen que son chivos, pero no conocen el rollo. Slap that shit, caballero. Un grupito en el pasado pensaron que iban a hacerme menso, ni que fuera un niñito con una paleta. Mejor me la pelan y síganle en lo suyo, ni con suerte van a reemplazarme. Yo soy alguien incomparable, ya dejen eso de la música, mejor encuentren algo que les jale. Siempre nos vamos avanzando, compa George. Tony, como Mauri, al lado viejo. Yo sé que va a llegar la gente diciendo que estoy copiando, pero la verdad no me importa lo que ustedes digan, porque este estilo yo lo hago mucho mejor. Siempre nos vamos avanzando, en esta vida escalando, cumpliendo metas como dijo mi padre. Si pasa por tu mente, pasa por tu vida, mis rolas están sonando. Yo sé que ya le está gustando. Mejor ya suben al volumen y repitan la rola por otro rato. Where your mom's at? Ajaja.
Man, shout out to Los de la Noverencia with that dope track. We're going to keep it going with Grupo Contagio to end the Estilo Mexicano mix. This is a throwback. I know you're very familiar with it, Z.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it. Being from Nuevo León,
Yeah.
this is Las Tres Tumbas from Grupo Contagio.
Salieron de madrugada, ya el canto de los gallos y van a hacer su jornada al lomo de sus caballos. La fiesta se celebraba en el rancho del Pitayo. Su padre les dio un consejo cuando a partir se aprestaban. Miren muy bien el pellejo, porque la vida se acaba. En las palabras del viejo, los tres hermanos pensaban. Pedro le dice a Fabián, dale un trago a José Luis, que beba de este mezcal, pa' que se sienta feliz, que ahorita no más llegando, nos vamos a divertir.
No te rajes, vale. Dale.
Era mucho de los rivales, viejos rencores surgieron, cortando tras los jacales, abrieron todos el fuego, así matan los cobardes, cuando los sacos el miedo. Un viejito solitario, sin esperanza ninguna, cuida el rancho y tres caballos, como toda su fortuna, va al panteón de vez en cuando a visitar las tres tumbas. Y nos vamos. Gracias, gracias, gracias.
Shout out to Grupo Contagio with that dope track. We're going to share a little bit about them later, how you can contact them, because if you didn't notice, most of the songs, they're live. They are live recordings. They recorded that in their backyard. And so shout out to Grupo Contagio for just doing what they do, and thus have you just jamming out, dancing, whatever it is. We're going to hook it up a little later in our small plugins, small business plugins, that is, a little later. But right now we're going to talk about, did you see that? This segment, we usually love to talk about something that we saw, something that drew our attention, something that just had our jaws to the ground, something that we can't, something that we just want to share. So, Z, I know, being on television, like watching TV, or whether you're listening to the radio, sometimes news just, so we're not going to talk about the news, but we are going to talk about something that happened recently, something that has to do with current events. But did you see what happened in California, with that whole, the bomb cyclone? It was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I did see something about that, yeah.
It was crazy because I'm when you go on Google, like, it'll tell you, like, the trending stories, and then all of a sudden I see, like, this cyclone in California. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I click on it, and it was unbelievable, bro. Like, it was unbelievable. So, if you've been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure everybody already knows what's been going on. A broad swath of California was under siege Monday from high winds and historic rains fueled by an iconic bomb cyclone that unleashed mudslides and flooding and triggered widespread power outages. Now, here, a couple months ago, we kind of suffered a little bit with power outages for a little bit. It was mostly in the burbs and whatnot, but some people in the city, and I know the struggle. I know how it is, how difficult it is, especially if you have a full fridge of food, you have a family to feed,
2 full fridges of food. You know what I mean?
And you got to feed your family. You got to feed your family, and all that food gets wasted. It's terrible. So just a lot of power outages. The drought drought-plagued West needs they need the rain, but not like this. Like there's been word that California has suffered such a drought that even this bomb cyclone wasn't enough to end the drought.
Jesus.
And that's how much
man.
it's been. It's been on a drought for quite some time. But this is not the type of rainfall that they need for the drought. Meteorologists say that the bomb cyclone was a rapid drop in atmospheric pressure, helped drive a long, wide plume of precipitation, dubbed an atmospheric river. From the Pacific Ocean onto the West Coast in California, power lines tumbled and more than 100,000 homes and businesses remained in the dark on Monday. Another 50,000 power customers were affected across Washington state, where 2 people were killed when a tree fell on a vehicle near Seattle. The same massive storm that is currently bringing heavy rain, snow, and strong winds to the western states is expected to slowly move eastward across the country. The East Coast was bracing for the storms. Meteorologist Joseph Bauer warned that heavy rains and winds could choke New York City's morning commute, which was yesterday on Tuesday. 3 to 5 inches of rain is possible over the next couple of days. And the latest storms slamming California could bring more foul weather to the east by the end of this week. So the National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for parts of northeast New Jersey and southeast New York due to thunderstorms on Monday. 1 to 2 inches of rain could fall within an hour, and it seems like it keeps spreading. So we might get a little bit of rainfall here, but it's crazy. I mean, for years, people have been talking about California being underwater at one point.
Yeah.
We don't know when that's going to happen, but that damn near felt like it was close because that was crazy. That was crazy. So our thoughts and prayers are to the people, of California, dealing with this catastrophe. Just the bomb cyclone that it's terrible. I mean, my heart goes out to all the people that, all the victims that were, by this.
It's rough.
It is, man. It is.
Keeping with the news, since we're talking about stuff like that, I'm not sure. We had covered it not too long ago, the whole Gabby Petito case of her being confirmed to be found. That's where we last left off on. Well, just recently, some skeletal remains were found and were confirmed to be of Brian Laundrie. Yeah. They did find a couple articles of personal items close by, backpack, a notebook, et cetera, stuff like that. The guy pretty much got away with it, unfortunately. Yeah. It's sad to say it like that, but the body was confirmed to be his. And it was so badly decomposed to the point to where he was only identified through dental records. So
wow, that's crazy.
He must have been dead for, the time that he had disappeared after he left his parents' house till now. He must have been dead this whole time. It's insane. Yeah, it's hard. Now a lot of people are starting to give the family, backlash because of, harboring an individual, a fugitive, pretty much accessory to murder. Now there's a question out there that if the family, the mother and father, should be charged in the murder. So it's a very sad story that transpired, over this past couple months. So God bless both families, because there's 2 families that lost, somebody. Yeah. And it's just tragic. It's so tragic, man. I hate covering sad news like this, but she was so young. Mm-hmm. He was young as well. They had a life ahead of them. They had, whatever happened between them happened between them. It just didn't have to end like this.
Right, right. And it makes you wonder too, like, what happened with him? Like, what could have been suicide? Could have been somebody who was actually after him? What happens? I mean, that could be a conspiracy theory one day.
Yeah, so, there you go. So you're gonna start. It's gonna come up with the 9/11 next to the 9/11 conspiracies on the websites now. Yeah. No.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, talking about conspiracy theories, I don't want to get into it, but I was watching Back to the Future the other day, and they were talking about how they kind of predicted it. I don't really believe it, But it is what it is. We can talk about that some other time. But
yeah, definitely,
but,
definitely.
yeah. So our prayers go out. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of, they're dealing in the California situation with the cyclone, and also to the families of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, because whatever happened there, still both families were affected by this. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going with some more music. Next up, we got our Detroit boom bap mix. First up, we got Vince Sear with Cubata.
To the victor belongs the spoils.
Vince Sear!
Cubata. Haters quiet, pin drops to a wind chime. Riot with the jackknife, strikes to the windpipe. Cola ice cold on the rocks with the gin spike that hits right quicker than a flick of these dim lights. Cubata flow, stream slow, minutes after midnight. You gotta know it's hot on the stove with this exquisite vibe. Rappers want a piece of this heat. They come and get a slice. The shoes fit to take 2 pairs. You can get it twice. Smoking on this ooze pen, tropical gelato. Awoken up to good news, loud as the bravado. Milf like a model, avocado, eat the taco. Thick thighs, innocent eyes, she like a flaco. No rebuttals as I make my recital. No invaders to my shuttle, did away with the entitled. Assumptions, exceptions, and expectations. Those 3 words will kill you, your kindness, they'll take it. Stronger than a dab hit, part of me is vacant. People talking mad shit, they must have me mistaken. They underestimate me for the challenges I'm facing. Blood, sweat, and gallons of tears, but I've embraced it. So close, I could feel it, I could taste it. My 20s went to waste, now I'm feeling like I'm ageless. A sage on the beat, 10 years, come and taste this. The recipe has changed, but the rest of you, same shit. Just a different day and age, let the rage hit. Better ways, a better day is what the aim is. Rasheed Wallace, guarantee it, Joe Namath. Cubata.
Superior Reserve!
Shout out to Vince Sear with that dope track, Cubata. We're going to keep it going with Leif Erikson. This is Dreaming on a 6-4.
Leather dripping $1,000. Candy two-tone paint. What you ain't gonna do is lean on it, all, and that's custom. And if it ain't a mirror, don't trust them. Hop in, let's cruise. Hands in the breeze on the way to the function. These speakers pumping. Sometimes I just need to release. Bump the key, hit the switches, make it dribble. Skirt off and be free. The homie came through slapping in this particular occasion. Most of the time my whips is newer. Either German or Asian. Cali persuasion, hit different. See my dog Ken in that long Lincoln. Folks are wires up the right tire, plus it's fire weed really got me thinking. Gotta stay with it cause they out creeping. Go ahead and try, you'll go out leaking. We just tryna vibe living for the weekend. We can do the nines, we can stick to preaching. I'm on my shit, doing 60, cruising on the lodge tip, swinging lanes, hitting 3-wheel like I'm pothole dodging. We wildin', living intensely in the moment. Lay it flat, big block, drive it like it's stolen. And it's forward motion in my 6-4.
Dreaming on that 6-4.
Catalina, Rose Bowl Parade when I hit Pasadena. Then Malibu interior insane. Cause O'Kane got the wood grain, Chevy Biscayne. Nice shoes I forgot to mention. Wheels spinning, dimension measure about 22-inch rims the villain. When I cruise with my lady love. Cause I moved to the west coast from the dirty glove. She kept me above. Nonsense to make cents and dollars, bumping midnight marauders in the baby blue Impala. Holla, If you see us on Crenshaw and Slauson, running marathons, which are all in LA. Can't forget the bay with all them exports, so say what up to Doc Helm, E40 and Too Short. Some enjoy the sport, but I prefer the breeze. So pass me the keys. I'm dreaming on the 6-4. Close the door and get in and go.
What up, though? It's Awesome Dre. Coming from the Motor City with Leaf Erickson. Giving a shout out to everybody rolling their new rides, looking good, shining, bumping them sounds, you know what I'm saying? Motor City, holding it down.
Awesome Dre, dreaming on the 6-4. Black Gary, dreaming on the 6-4. Leaf Erickson, dreaming on the 6-4. Tone Rizzo, dreaming on the 6-4. Batman, dreaming on the 6-4.
One.
We're going to keep it going with that Detroit boom bap mix. Next up, we got our very own audio technician, Victorino. This one's called City Schemes.
You either die the hero or see yourself become the villain. Seen too many dark nights and like the way you're living. It got me living. The plot is vivid in the blast conditions. It's like you hopeless at the bar. Get a shot to giving. Neighbors not complicit. I can't blame them though. Remember as a youngin', I rep Detroit on my favorite coat. For around the hood, the kind that was only made for snow. Mans caught me slipping, he tripping over a radio. I was running track with the homies, I didn't know what to say because I thought he was joking. Behind his back he held a gauge, he decided to show me. In the midst of broad day, all out in the open. I was only 13, but it's relevant to today. Put a price on life, but negligent in their ways. Forget a slippery slope, it's a precipice that you face. And the president set the precedent, evident by your faith. For that green, living in every retail American dream. Kill it when you walking with a gangster. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens. In the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
I can still remember Kwame, only thing that he taught me. City government's busted, causing a kamikaze. Crime waves like tsunamis, they say they serving that white. Chopping bricks like karate. What? What's the prices for your vices? The sacrifices that you lie with every night. And sold your soul to that rock, you Jimi Hendrix when your life ends. If you ask me, man, I couldn't do it. Unity and community barely move as a unit. Unless you talking in decimals, everybody will tune in. I never moved to that music, you never see me approve it. So sorry if I'm not to that standard, I'm goody two-shoes. Pay expenses at someone's expense. Some families fiends, so how are they making they rent? Placing a bet for the rush of some luck, but it was something more like Russian roulette, and it got me upset. Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. Even though you know they go, they all it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
Yeah, shout out to our very own audio technician, Victorino. And if you like that song by Victorino, since we are in the Halloween season, we have a treat for y'all today. An exclusive that dropped today on all digital platforms. Make sure to stay till the end for this treat that we have for you a little later on. Right now, if you are an artist and or a small business, owner, whatever it is, and you would love to have your music played on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, or if you would like to have your small business promoted on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, you can go ahead and send all your submissions to 31.3urbanrhythm@gmail.com. That's 31.3urbanrhythm@gmail.com. And like always, follow us, like us on all social media. We are 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. Tomorrow we'll be posting our very own, not first TikTok, but a TikTok that's related to one of the segments. So that's pretty dope. It's going to drop tomorrow. So make sure to follow us on TikTok for all dope content, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can send us DMs, whatever it is, send a shout out. You can also call us at 313-288-5070. That's 313-288-5070. You can send a shout out, request a song, say what's up to us. Make sure to follow us, like us on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And like always, if you want to submit your music or have your small business promote it, we're going to share a little bit of small business a little later in the show, but you can go ahead and send all your submissions to 31.3urbanrhythm@gmail.com. We're going to keep it going with some more music. Next up, we got the Detroit Hip Hop Mix. First up, we got Riverside Sherwood with Riverside Rick Road.
Beats on the chat.
I'm in the hood, bustin' jugs with it. All white sleeve, got it sitting on them big inches. Any play bang my line, then it's big business. Cold bustin' scripts OT, better get with it. Ain't got a job, I'm a drug dealer. 20 bands on me right now, all slugs. Nigga got a plug on them blues, then what's up with it? Slut stuff in it, and I gave that hoe a bus ticket. I got them all in her deep dish, take it to the grave. I ain't never gonna repeat shit. Trapping out the stew, what the fuck's a free feature? Rick roller hoes, banging back with the sequel. All white bricks, might as well have been see-through. Looking at a legend, homie, we are not equal. Do it for the land, and I do it for my people. Bang my shit in the Odie, cutting in the Regal. Got it all off them drugs. Yeah, I told a pole, and I'm gon' ride. Trapping straight out them slums. Yeah, set location, and I'm gon' slide. Shorty fucking with a rider, she know that boy a demon. Tell me when I'm inside it. 100 round drum on the Draco, straight fire. Good ain't with it, I ain't never left survivor. So many K's like I fuck with Al Qaeda, but I'm only with my gang, I don't trust outsiders. Mask on, trick and cut a nigga Mike Myers. Got a grip on my city, thought the boy brought pliers. Bro, niggas can't discuss me. At the Nino hole, say I'm getting lucky. Let that Mac blow, I don't get rusty. Pack on me as I'm cruising straight through Sandusky. 100 balls allowed, got the trash smelling musty. I don't need a shooter cause I dare a nigga touch me. While bringing back another 50 from Kentucky, and we split it with the gang just to blow it all at Hutchins. Niggas so broke, swear they could've bought crutches. I'm so hot dog, niggas could've got mustard. Outside chocolate, inside like custard. Every time your hoe call the whole gang, get her busted. Blow another 5 on 6, shit's nothing. Ain't got a swipe cause I got it off hustle. So many chains, gang like a walking dungeon, and we got some blowers on us every time we in the function. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so go I. I feel commitments while I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from
More beats on the chat.
Man, shout out to Riverside Sherwood. Guys, man, that dude got us dancing in the studio. We're going to keep it going with King Quota. This one's called Chingon.
Still ride my dick like a rodeo. Clip longer than the nose, I'm Pinocchio. Y'all out here dick sucking strangers, that's a glory hole. All you niggas real sweet like Oreo. Dog, I got the weirdest lines, El Yonka bitch. I tell a bitch I love her, and I don't even want the bitch. I ain't gon' cap, I'm just bored, ain't it obvious? Baby, I just want the head to be the sloppiest. Best I ever had, the best you ever did. If the pussy great, then I'ma give you a kiss. Especially if you the prettiest. A lot of these niggas raps are the shittiest. Is that Habasura? Watch out for the hooter. I will never stop drinking so I don't get a cooler. I'm really in the milfs, I ain't in the cougars. Unless they fine like Nora, then I nothing to them. I'm a nasty motherfucker that is frustrating. It's hard to find a bitch with good sex and imagination. Baby, I just want the pussy, I ain't in the dating. Unless I tell you otherwise, baby, let's do anal. Hit it from all angles, through the truffle butter. I don't care how good it is, I will not cover. My 28s, I scuffed a mad than a motherfucker. And to make it worse, I just got them 2 months ago. I don't even want them anymore, I don't feel comfortable. Why these niggas sticking, they're untouchable. Yo, bitch, fuckable, I eat her like a Lunchable. Y'all mad King Quarter's real lovable? Everybody love me, and everybody hates me. I ain't Christian Raymond, this ain't a TV station. I treat this like a stand-up comedy. I clown all you niggas in the audience. I'm just trying to ball like a vato hit the lottery. So I can buy up a bunch of property. Then I flip it, always on my pivot. Like my big brother prophet haciendo movidas. Yo tengo las pilas puestas, nunca se me olvida. Mi jefe me enseñó lo más importante es familia. Con mi cuerno los protejo con mi vida hasta la muerte. El día que me muera con mis pistolas me entierren. También la mamalona pa' que nadie la maneje. Y chingue a su madre todos los oponentes. Y los contrarios, que ni son de barrios, no son de la calle y se creen muy malandros. La mafia represento, soy un vato respetado. Soy de ley, eres güey si te cruzas a este lado. Yo de morro quise ser sicario, pero ser patrón es chingón a lo macho. Cuida donde andes porque locos estos vatos de la mafia eterna. Yo te quemo con balazos.
Man, shout out to Queen Coda with that dope track. We're gonna keep it moving with one of our youngest artists on the playlist. This is OTM Baby Man with Trippin'.
Yeah, I'm tripping, bitch. OTM. Yeah. 100 to the grave, might just get that shit tatted. Free my little brother out that box till it's backwards. I ain't even gotta use my hands, I'm in this bitch snapping. Beat like some good ass food, cause this bitch smacking. Yeah, boy, I'm in this bitch tripping. Got her pussy wet as hell. I'm in that shit slipping. Wrap it up before I put it in, cause I'm really gifted. Dog said he's solid as a Rocky, ain't that bitch snitching. Yeah, I'm on that one shit, I ain't acting stupid, I'm just really going dumb, bitch. I love the chicken and the bread, call it dumplings. Got these bitches screaming out my name like they coming. Hey, I'm on bullshit, nickname your bitch Boppy, cause she pulled it. 3 bitches on me right now, I got mule kick, but I ain't even fucking with these hoes, they just make me sick. I know this rap shit gon' work, it's gon' make me rich. Bro got that loud pack shit'll make you flip. I ain't talking flip flop, shit'll make you trip. Bitch, fuck a birthday, how I'm getting lit. How I'm going on this bitch got me feeling crazy. Got high as fuck last night, I'm in the morning lazy. Fuck my bitch last night, I'm like a morning baby. I'm 15, keep doubting I'm a fucking make. I say that shit again, boy, keep looking at the ground, do not lift your chin. Good wood got some kick. Called Jackie Chan, they thought I was done with the music, I came back again. Hey, I came back for more. Every time we heard somebody knocking, cops at the door. Cuz said he bout to come and get me, said we bout to smoke. Getting wavy on this bitch, like I'm on a boat. Put a fan in this bitch, cause it's getting hot. Starting to feel like Cash Kid. Where the fuck my socks? Prostitutes and crackheads. Fill the whole block, boy, stop acting like you with it, cause I know you not. OTN, fuck is y'all talking about? Bitch, I'm tripping, still tripping.
Alright, I'm gonna be home soon, my nigga. I'll be home 6 months. Going for 6 months, I'm coming out.
Shout out to OTM Baby Man with that dope track Trippin'. And right now we're gonna take a little break from music and we're gonna talk about our halftime debate. What do we got going on for today? Well, as you can see, I am wearing the most beautiful jersey in the entire state of Michigan. And I know I am the heel here when it comes to, you know, being favorites. But this weekend, Saturday at noon p.m., it's going down at East Lansing at the Spartan Stadium. We got Michigan State versus Michigan. We got the Spartans versus the Wolverines. For those of you watching, for those of you listening, who do you got for this game? I know it's going to be a heavy-hitting game. I mean, both of these teams are pretty much matched up.
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
Both of them are undefeated right now. Mm-hmm. And one of them has to suffer their first defeat. I know for all of you here, besides me, I know all of you are rooting for Michigan.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And we got our open discussion here, and we're gonna hear from our very own audio technician Victorino. What do you got to say, Vic?
I just gotta say it's hail to the victors. That's what I grew up hearing, because Victor and
Okay. I see what you did.
That's
there.
a good one. I like that one.
I see what you did there. Manny, you got something to say, bro? I see.
Oh.
Okay. Go. Okay.
Hold on. I don't think he's on yet. Is he? Did you click your? You turned your mic on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. There you go.
We can.
There you go.
Yeah, it's go blue all day. I got the tattoo on my arm.
Hey, that's what's up.
Bleed blue, you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, everybody here is heavily favored Michigan, the Wolverines. If you guys want to be imaginary with the Wolverines, that's fine. But Michigan State, like, come on. Okay, let's do this. We're having to have some debate. Why do you think Michigan is going to take this game?
I mean, we're the older team. I mean, we have more experience. I've always, it's just, I don't know. I've never liked Michigan State. It just never was a team that I gravitated towards. It was always, we grew up Michigan, U of M. My mom, went to school there. My brother-in-law was a huge U of M fan. I grew up around both of them, obviously being heavily influenced with U of M. So I grew up loving U of M, loving football, loving the School of Medicine. I have a very sacred love for the University of Michigan because they gave, they told my grandma she had 6 months and they gave her 12 years. So I have I'm a dedicated U of M fan simply because I got to spend more time with my grandmother and football was always awesome.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that answer. So it's going to go down. Michigan versus Michigan State. For my boy Mateo watching this, fire Jim Harbaugh. Fire that man. He doesn't deserve to be in Michigan anymore. He doesn't. And I know my boy Mateo's loving that. I don't know what you guys have to say about that. But so check it out. This year, the Spartans have been just looking dope. And when it comes to football, I got to admit, when it comes to football, Michigan State is not the strongest team. I do have to admit, Michigan is a lot tougher when it comes to football. If we're talking about basketball, that's a whole different thing, But Michigan State.
What about hockey, huh?
Hockey, I mean,
because they're Michigan is amazing. U of M is amazing. Their hockey team, their men's hockey team is amazing. They're always consistent. They always have amazing talent, just like the football team. I mean, Michigan U of M has some of the best scouts in the world. A lot of these scouts scouted for the NFL. They've scouted for other minor leagues. So these men know what they're doing. I wish they could jump to the pros and help the Lions out, but they're comfortable with their pay. They're comfortable with their position, and I wouldn't leave either. Being, like I said, some of the best scouts in the whole country.
Man, you wouldn't want to curse the U of M by sending them to the Lions. I mean, self-hate for the city, but Lions is
to be honest, bro, Michigan and Michigan State are the only faith we have in football in the entire state of Michigan. Because the Lions are just terrible. And I can bash on these guys all day long.
Here we go.
But I think Michigan and Michigan State are the only hope we have. If we want a title, if we want a national title, it's definitely coming to either one of those teams and not the Lions.
It's so funny because when we talk about the Lions, there's two types of Lions fans here in the state of Michigan. There's the Rocky type of fans, and then there's the diehard Lions fans. They're gonna win it one day, I swear it. I'm gonna see it in my lifetime. So like I said, it's so funny to see that in live in person because it's like I never met another person that just they're terrible, bro. They're not gonna do squat with anything, and I'm just like, no, they're gonna do it, man. Why you gotta bash them like that? And my uncle was a huge Lions fan, grew up watching them lose. So it's like there's still hope, though. You know what I mean? Like there's still hope there. Hopefully,
I think I fall in the middle. It's just been. I feel like
he be crisp.
You just don't want to get hurt anymore.
No, look, I'm in the middle. Exactly, I'm in the middle, and it's like it's been so many years of an abusive relationship. You're just like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of seeing them lose. So. Deep down, I do say, maybe one day before I die, I get to see a Super Bowl in the city. But I don't know. Maybe my children's children or somebody will be able to see that. But
hey, we've seen a Super Bowl here. It's just our team wasn't there. That's all.
Exactly. That's true. That is true.
I mean, we've seen WrestleMania the same year.
That's true.
So I mean, we got that. At least we got that right.
The day the Lions see a Super Bowl, that's the first sign of the end of the world, the apocalypse.
Come on.
I like that. I agree. It's definitely end of times of that.
Y'all bad, man. Let's talk about Ohio Buckeyes.
All right, so wait. I was gonna
or Michigan State. Or Michigan State.
I was gonna end it on a good note, but let's just continue a little bit more. So, Michigan versus Michigan State. Let's give our predictions now. I know it's very hard when it comes to like a certain score. That's something that's very out of like if I was
mine already.
If I was
number in my head already.
Me too.
If I was Marty McFly, maybe I can do that. Go back in time and then look at the sports almanac and just see who
Rick
wins.
And Morty.
Rick and Morty or whatever. But we're gonna go around the table and we're gonna share our final what are our final scores? We'll start with Manny Banks. Let's start. What is the score?
What's your prediction? What's
your
score?
prediction?
36. U of M. 28 State. I ain't gonna do them that bad.
Dang, I was gonna be like.
But if that's what it is, and it ends up that's what the game ends with.
Bro, you better play those lottery tickets. You better play those lottery tickets.
Someone better break me off some cheese because I know they're gonna gamble on that. I'm not a gambling man like that. I'm gonna have to set up a FanDuel account just to play those numbers.
Just for that, exactly.
I'm gonna have to play those numbers or something, man. But mark my words, those are the numbers or close to it.
What was it?
36 and 28.
Yeah, that's what.
36 to 28.
36. What about you, Vic?
I say 27 to 16.
Woo.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
No.
I have no faith.
I
in
got
Spartans.
faith. I got faith in. I got faith in the Wolverines. So I'm gonna go with a solid 47. A solid 47. I'm telling you, solid 47. And I'm like I said, I'm not gonna do them bad. I could see like between 28 and.
Oof.
28 and 36, 37. Between there, anywhere between those numbers. I'm not going to do them. I'm going to give it to them. It's going to be a close game because they are, like you said, they're some of the best players, some of the best teams in the, college football. Mm-hmm. But the Wolverines are going to win.
25.
The alpha males of our species.
45.
45.
Okay, so I like those numbers, but I have to be, like you said, these two teams are going head to head. They're both undefeated. They're pretty much matched up because the defense is amazing, the offense is amazing, but I would have to say it's going to be 24-21. That's how close the game is going to be. Wow. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to come down to a field goal.
Watch it actually be 24-20. I'll be so mad.
Michigan State.
Now, I'm going to watch the game just because of that.
Michigan State wins because of a field goal.
I'm taking him to the casino.
If State wins, I'm egging Rocky.
Well, I was gonna end it on a high note. We could do a little bet, no money involved, nothing like that.
But I always lose.
Beard shave.
But
no. Buy dinner.
No. What I was gonna say, something a little more, sportsman-like, is if the Wolverines win, then I have to wear a Michigan. Michigan apparel.
Okay.
But if Michigan State wins, then all of you have to wear Michigan State.
Okay, it can be one piece of one article of clothing.
Just one.
Okay,
one.
I exactly.
Or
a hat backwards.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like extravagant. Like I'm gonna wear a jersey or whatever. No.
I'm gonna go and spend $35 on a hat that I'm gonna wear one time. That's sad. Hey, what size do you wear? I'll just get a snapback and just give it to him when I'm done.
I'm wearing socks. No one
socks. Yeah, you can't see those. So just like John Cena.
Okay. I think that's fair.
But
guys.
Yeah, so it's a bet, and to end it on a high note, I guess we can all agree here. Ohio State still sucks.
Yeah, definitely, definitely,
yes.
Definitely.
Man, so who even likes red and white, man? As for color,
I mean, we got red and white on the wings, but red and white.
It's not the same. We wear it different.
Yeah, we wear it
different. But it's like no. But that's the difference between us, the Buckeyes and Red Wings. Red Wings is a predominantly red. Buckeyes is white and red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wear white with just hints of red in their jerseys. It's not like red and white like the Wings. So I guess you can kind of like separate them that way if you want to, but they still suck.
I'm just saying if I ever have kids and they end up going to college and they like want to go to Ohio State or end up meeting someone that they're interested in Ohio State, I'm disowning them.
Disowning them.
Disown them immediately. Immediately.
So make sure you check out the game. It's on Saturday. It's going to be at 12 noon in East Lansing. The Michigan State Spartans will be hosting the Michigan Wolverines. It's going to be a dope game. Whoever wins, it's going to be the first loss, whoever loses. So it's going to be interesting. It's definitely one of those games that will have us on the edge of our seats. And I'm saying it right now, 24-21, Michigan State wins.
And one thing I will say is that when Michigan doesn't make it, or when Michigan doesn't make it to play the college playoffs and all that kind of stuff, I still do obviously root for State because we are Michiganders. We are all supposed to support each other. Obviously, when the blue doesn't make it, you got to jump behind the next guy. Obviously, I always was a huge supporter of Michigan, but when they get knocked out, and State's going up, you can only be happy for them. You know what I mean? It's like a kid that you went to school with, becoming a CEO of a company. You're like,
you got to give credit.
Yeah, you got to give them credit, man. They worked hard for it. You know what I mean?
Can't knock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
at the end of the day, they're still putting on for Michigan.
Exactly.
That's
no
right.
disrespect for our Ohio fans. We love our Ohio fans and our listeners. And we didn't mean to crack on the Buckeyes that bad, but you guys know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing.
I just know it gets deep.
I'll tell you one thing. A couple months ago, actually, it was in April. I actually went to Columbus for a soccer game. I went to go see Rayados, and never in my life did I not want to be in the city of Columbus, just because I knew I was so close to Ohio State. Yeah. I was like, I want to get out of there as quickly as I could.
And you know what sucks is like it's like that when you go to Chicago. Like the very first time when I went to Chicago, and I wore anything Detroit Pistons, Red Wings, especially Red Wings. Because the whole rivalry between the Blackhawks and the Red Wings, so it's like you see them and they look at you and then you just look like foreign to them. It's almost like what you wear is like fighting words. You know what I mean? Without even saying anything, those are fighting words.
It's in your nature to defend where you're from, and they know
exactly.
Yeah.
Like man,
I got that. I stayed 2 weeks in Chicago, and everywhere I went, Golden Corral, I'm just catching eyes with people with a Red Wings hat or a Tigers hat, and it's like, man, I can't even eat my food. And then I don't know if it's because I wasn't wearing any colors. It had to have been the teams. They were just hating or what it was, but I was definitely willing to throw down for my team.
Hey, that's real. That's real.
In Chicago by myself, my girl's like, it's not that serious. I'm like, this guy's giving me the eyeball while I'm eating my corn, man. No, it's gotta be for the I'm wearing a white tee and some black shorts, and that's the only hat I had on. I knew it.
No, but I'm very grateful that we know the people that we know in Chicago now, because now we can go into that city and walk around that city and not have to worry about anything because of the people that we know. Shout out to the Beat Crushers, because those guys, every time they come through, they always make sure they put on a good show, and they always when we come through into their city, they always make sure they're very hot. They're very their hospitality. They're very nice. They're just very welcoming. So, like I said, I love the people that are from Chicago. I just can't stand the Blackhawks. Except for Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane's dope, though. Patrick Kane was one of my favorites. So
shout out Chicago.
I'm gonna end this with a semi roast, but it took 100 years for the Chicago Cubs to win the World Series, and we're a lot closer when it comes to the Lions. So maybe one day the Lions will win a Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
We'll have a better chance than they will.
But I mean, dude, it's so weird that they won, and then it's like you look back at Back to the Future, like, oh my God,
that was close.
Oh my God,
it was 1 year difference.
Like, man, I wish I could have just went back and put money on the Cubbies. And he's like, what did you say? Yeah, the Cubbies. And I'm like, every time I think about them winning that series, it's like Back to the Future, bro. It's like some Simpson shit, bro. Like the Simpson effect. Or
Mandela effect.
It's weird, bro. The Simpson effect, bro. It's weird.
And they were only off by 1 year.
Yeah,
that's
by
crazy.
1 fucking year, bro. They were off.
That's crazy.
Back to the Future. Like, Jesus Christ, bro.
They can't put out the exact information. You know what I'm saying? That's how people disappear. Conspiracy
man. Say it right. All right.
So, yeah, that's our halftime debate. Michigan versus Michigan State this weekend, this Saturday at noon. at the Spartan Stadium. The Michigan Wolverines will be visiting the Michigan State Spartans. It's going to be a dope game. So that's our halftime debate. We're going to keep it going with some more music. Next up, we got the 10th Frame Turkey Gang Mix. Starting off is King Soldier with Nicole.
Nicole, get your ass in here. All that bullshit. Yeah, you on that bullshit. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. I ain't even gonna lie, I fell in love once. Bitch kept playing me bad, that's why I fuck her. Bitch kept making me mad, that's why I ran up. Getting all this paper and clad, that's how I came up. You mad at me now and it's for nothing. I be in the kitchen getting down, cooking supper. You be in the bedroom crying, write down numbers. Fucking with them niggas you calling your cousins. You a bitch roll lie, you're telling stories. Walking in the face of God like it's a glory. Telling me you're doing these things cause you're so boring. You switched up my script, now you sunk my battleship. For real. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Cruising through my city with my get money chain on. Telling them hoes that it's always get money first. You spoil them now, they gon' throw it in the dirt. She show ass out, that's how I knew she had no work. Now you seen it, didn't believe in catching bitches, call them out, eating all the child like a dog. This not a waffle, making bad decisions, keep it grand. This what I talk about, spending all the screen on this road, ain't shit to talk about. She said she on the way, but I sit up straight, even though she was my little baby. Move at my own pace, move her out the way, money is my babe, now she looking crazy. Nicole, she a certified freak, she a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Nicole, she a certified freak. She a typhoon bitch who get murdered on this beat. She said, I screw you, cause you screw me. Get the bag, now relax, bet she heard about me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Shout out to the 10 Frame Turkey Gang. Next up, we got T-Todd with Run.
You don't even speak my language, I speak profit. Roll with 2 Glocks, Jesse and James, that's Team Rocket. I'm a boot bop, hit me a lane if he boppin'. Tell Ken it's 2 men in that thing, he still chopping. Big bank, take little bank, where your accountant. I've been climbing, trying to get to the summit of Money Mountain. Hit the club, make a wish, then I throw it, that's money fountains. Rather have it and not need it, than need it and be pounding. Where, from who, or from what, I don't give a fuck. All them boys say they do it big, we do it deluxe. That's your wife, my bad, you tripe, kissing on that slut. Yeah, you right, she be really hype, kissing on these nuts. I bet you hate me. Why? Probably cause they ain't me. It's either that or because the bag don't come in 8 these. I'm crazy. Only give a fuck about my baby and my dollars just in case you niggas try to play me. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun, but I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. When you run for it, run for the gun. So you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run for it. Hell flying through the air on some new cane shit, some own bows. When I get the bag, yo, that's insane. 57 Mile, Coffee, middle school, we was on Cambridge. Pull up at your door with my partners like you rang, bitch. Like, motherfucker, you better not run, cause you can't hide, motherfucker. 10 Frame Turkey Gang, we ain't no job, motherfucker. Blink them eyes, then we on you like surprise, motherfucker. She ain't got no ass, but you like her, that's beyond me. I got a chocolate bitch, but her thighs look like Chun-Li. Fuck a sports car, yo, I really want a Humvee or a ship so I can sell the seeds for that one piece. I knew I was the shit the first time I walked in the booth, and since then every other walk-in been proof. I got the juice, and it's nothing less than the truth. I always win, cause I never learned the methods to lose. Now hold up. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun, but I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. When you run for it, run for the gun. See you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run. Welcome to my city, I'ma show you how it's done. I'ma talk a little shit, we gon' have a little fun. I'm all about the peace, so I don't brag about a gun, but I kill a motherfucker putting fingers on my son. Better run for it, run for it, run. When you run for it, run for the gun. See you run for it, run for we come. Better run for it, run for it, run.
Next up, we got T Todd featuring King Soldier with Slide.
San Fran Turkey gang, 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 gang. San Fran Turkey gang, 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 gang. San Fran Turkey gang, 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 gang. Now you fucking with the gang, nigga. The gang, nigga. Now you fucking with the gang, nigga. The gang, nigga. Now it's time to get funky. Tell her, baby, let me see the monkey. But she said that she don't do this on a Sunday. But what about a Monday? I'm just trying to get up and then one day feeling hungry, I'ma eat it like a Sunday. But don't be overthinking, don't be second guessing after teasing. I'ma nibble like a baby while he teething. It ain't for no reason. They identify me as a heathen. I'ma eat it, baby, right before the beating. Tell her don't run. Facts, I ain't second to none. But it's the truth that I ain't never been the one to play with you rejects. I dropped out of school cause of recess. Look, I'm the only child my mama labeled a defect. So are we finished or we done? I'm bound to catch a bag even when I spit for fun. And I'ma throw it fast if that ass is going dumb. Look, as long as I'm single, I'ma have a little fun.
I'm trying to slide and meet the pussy from the side.
I never leave the coochie on the climb.
Even if it's worldwide.
Shit, hell no, I don't mind beating pussy. That ain't never been the crime. So that bitch, I'm trying to slide and beat the pussy from the side.
I ain't never leave the coochie on the climb.
Even if it's worldwide.
Shit, hell no, I ain't lying. Eating pussy ain't never been a crime. I fucked a girl wearing screw back. She said she is buying but 1 year, 3 songs. You getting the high while you listen to my theme song. You leaving your house, now she bouncing on my thing dong. Stepping that ass like a versus playing ping pong. Rolling them dice, lucky 7 hit the jackpot. Licking your ice, got you nailed like a Jack Frost. You moan the night, had to shut out at the bed so. He on the scene cause he peep game. Had me switching lane, had to go the other way. Mouth on this bitch so I had to save the day. Made super hit look dumb when she gave me brain. You don't have to say it cause it's already spoken. Hey dick in the ball started reaching explosion. She swallowed my load and I kept on going. I picked up the phone then I called Big Ocean. You know this. I'm trying to slide and meet the pussy from the side.
I never leave the coochie on the climb.
Even if it's worldwide.
Shit, hell no, I don't mind beating pussy. That ain't never been the crime. So that bitch, I'm trying to slide and beat the pussy from the side.
I ain't never leave the coochie on the climb.
Even if it's worldwide.
Shit, hell no, I ain't lying. Eating pussy ain't never been a crime.
San Fran Turkey gang, 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 gang. San Fran Turkey gang, 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 gang. San Fran Turkey gang, 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 gang. Now you fucking with the gang, nigga. The gang, nigga. Now you fucking with the gang, nigga. The gang, nigga. Ha ha.
Now I gotta do my thing, trying to hit it from her back, but her ass smacking my chain. It's too hot to be cold. Hit game, beast mode. I would've hit the pussy, but penny smell like a week old.
And I'm like, I just know you dumb. Can I get the 68 and I owe you one? I know you looking for some love, I can show you some for tonight, but tomorrow I don't know you, hun.
I'm trying to slide and meet the pussy from the side.
I never leave the coochie on the climb.
Even if it's worldwide.
Shit, hell no, I don't mind beating pussy. That ain't never been the crime. So that bitch, I'm trying to slide and beat the pussy from the side.
I ain't never leave the coochie on the climb.
Even if it's worldwide.
Shit, hell no, I ain't lying. Eating pussy ain't never been a crime.
So besides the game going on this weekend on Saturday between Michigan and Michigan State, we also got Halloween. We got Halloween on Sunday. Right now we're going to be talking traditional talk, and what we talk about is certain traditions, certain holidays. We're in the holiday season. Start off with Halloween, all the way leading up to the end of the year. But right now we're going to be talking about some of the, holidays that are coming up right now this weekend, leading up into next week. Obviously, Halloween is on Sunday, and Dia de los Muertos is, I think, the following, which is on Monday and Tuesday, because it's like a 2-day celebration. So, what are some of the traditions? You can hit us up on our Instagram, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Send us a DM. I'm going to post a little question on there after this segment and ask a couple questions like, what are some of the traditions that you like to do? This is an open discussion. We're going to be sharing some of our favorite traditions. I'm going to start off with Vic. Vic, when it comes to like Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, which one do you lean towards more? Like, which one do you like to celebrate the most? Is it like kind of half and half, or is it more like, oh, I do more Halloween or I do more Dia de los Muertos?
Honestly, I never celebrated Dia de los Muertos before. I was always I was brought up with Halloween because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just I never seen it till I was like in high school, like what it was about really. And I don't know. To me, it's still kind of new, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I am Mexican, but it's like I was never in that type of household, I guess.
Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite Halloween traditions? What do you like to do on Halloween? Are you the type of person that's like, oh, I don't care if kids are still I'm going out trick or treating myself?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they ain't coming to my door. I'm getting all the candy. I'm gonna get all the candy when it's half off the next day.
He's like, there's a reason why I sound like this. I'm eating candy right now.
Exactly.
What about you, Z? What do you lean towards more?
Well, since I am, Mexican, Hispanic, growing up with my parents, my dad always spoke about it, but we never really celebrated it here. There was one or two, maybe 2 years that we went down to Mexico, and that's when we had around the Halloween, Dia de los Muertos season, and we seen ofrendas and sugar skulls and just a bunch of stuff, and then people going to the cemetery. Like when we seen that, we were like, what the hell is going? What are they doing partying in the cemetery? Because you don't do stuff like that here.
Yeah, because it's weird.
It's like, and it's not to say because we don't. I'm not bashing. It's somebody's tradition. They've been doing it for years. That's the way they celebrate death down there. But to Mexican Americans going down and seeing stuff like that, you're like, what the hell? But growing up. And, obviously my parents explaining the ofrendas and the actual tradition behind it. My kids now are, they want to put ofrendas up. They want to, eat sugar skulls. They want to do stuff like that. And I grew up, my mom always brought us around Halloween, dressing up and trick-or-treating and, getting cavities and dentist appointments at the beginning of the year.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I seen a meme today, and it made me think of you. Because it was mostly targeted towards parents. And they're like, oh, my kid's asking me where my Reese's Cups went.
No, those are Kit Kats, bro. I'm Kit Kats are my
Kit Kat fiend.
Oh, my God. Like,
he don't say, give me,
he like literally
give me
Kit
a break,
Kat.
give me the whole
I
thing.
scratch when I see Kit Kats, bro. I'm like, literally like, oh
fiend
my God.
Status.
Swear, bro. Kit Kats are my. It's
Oh
like,
my God.
like kryptonite is Superman's weakness. Kit Kats. You put a Kit Kat, and I'm like.
Hershey's almonds for me.
He's like,
it's gotta be Hershey's almonds for me.
The Hershey's.
Or Mr.
I don't know, bro. The way you looked at them
Whoppers
and them
Is it
animal
Goodyear?
crackers. Them animal crackers earlier.
Oh, yeah, those animal crackers.
As soon as he walked in, he seen the pink bag. And he was like,
187.
animal. Yep. He's like, animal
I'm
crackers.
on it.
What about you, Manny?
Any traditions? Any kind of? Or you just?
When I was younger, we used to just trick or treat. My mom would take us out, go trick or treating. But I never celebrated Dia de los Muertos because I didn't understand it. I didn't. Well, I knew, from school, but that's the basic. I didn't really make ofrendas or nothing until my grandpa passed a few years ago, and now I make them. So I'm getting like more and more into it. I'm still in the learning process of it, but
Better
it's
now than
definitely
ever.
something to look into, and a little peace of mind. Bring your loved ones around holidays and stuff like that. However you said your culture, or however you were raised, it's pretty cool. It's something different. It's tradition, I guess, how we grew up. But I didn't grow up like that. I'm adapting to it, and everybody in my house, my mom and everybody, they really like it. They were like, why didn't we do this a long time ago? But for our other family members and friends that passed along the way, but now it gets bigger every year. We have more and more we add to it, more people we add to it. It's not just designated to one, but before it was just for my grandpa.
That's
we
cool.
have-
That I mean, obviously losing a loved one it's so one of the most hurtful things in the world, but it's cool that an ofrenda was born out of just a little memorial for your grandfather, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's dope.
yeah, I think that's a really dope story. You know, like you said, just obviously over the years, we nobody lives forever. We all know this. Everybody knows this. We're all human. We all live, breathe, eat shit, and die. So, you know, it eventually happens. But to be able to grow a wall like that, a memoir of people, a memorabilia of people that have been in your life, you know what I mean? That's dope, man.
Yeah.
You know,
What's crazy is I made it from the movie Coco.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into it like that until I saw the movie Coco at a friend's house one night, and I was like, yo, almost cried watching it. Like, this is pretty dope, you know? And then after that, maybe a year or two later, my grandpa passed, and it just came, you know? It's kind of like a thing to know before anything happens, you know? Now I know, being an adult, I can make it, but as a kid, you're not really into decorating like that, you know? Maybe just the Christmas tree, but, like, I was just into trick-or-treating, and now it's, like, something else to add, give you something to do, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Rocco?
It's always been different for me throughout the years, right? Like, obviously, growing up, I went trick-or-treating, even till I was, you know, I had a beard and everything. I still was trick-or-treating. I didn't care. So
He said I had a beard and
I didn't care. But it's always been different. You know, I obviously, you know, in my household, we didn't really lean towards Dia de los Muertos also. Like, I didn't learn about Dia de los Muertos until I went to school. And I was in CCA. I was in middle school.
Yeah. That's where we all learned it from. That's crazy.
And they were you know, we had to pick like a certain celebrity or somebody that passed away and do a little ofrenda or whatever. I forgot who I did it on that. I think it was Selena. Or I can't remember who it was, but
probably.
Shout out CCA, man.
Yeah, shout out to CCA. We all went through that. Like,
I definitely went through that.
I only went through the high school years, and I only went 3 years there. So I mean, you guys went more.
They kicked me out.
I dropped out because I was going to.
They know who I am.
I ended up dropping out because I was going to get kicked out. It was like, hey, pick your credits up, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not going to show up anymore.
Nothing towards them. I was just young, hard-headed.
It wasn't you. It was me.
Exactly.
I love y'all. I love
y'all.
Shout out CCA.
I went to CCA up till 8th grade, so I started off there in kindergarten as well. So it was a long.
I didn't come along till like 3rd grade, and I stayed ever since and graduated.
Definitely same thing with me. 6 all the way to the high school until they said you gotta go.
Boy, get out.
Get your ass out.
Yeah, they umpire kicked.
I remember going to CCA middle school when it was in near downtown.
On Porter.
On Porter, yeah. And then they moved the middle school over to like right behind the high school. So
an OG, if you know that building.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the Waterman campus, but if you guys remember that building when it first opened and having your own locker in this space, because eating lunch in a small building with like 32, 36 kids in one classroom, everybody's eating at their table. It sucked. So
yeah.
I appreciated it when they got that building. It's definitely dope for the OGs that remember that. These young kids now, they don't know nothing about the struggle.
I sure didn't get to experience that, man.
CCA came a long way. Shout out CCA, man.
Yeah, that playground that's right off of like on Verner. I remember being in that playground. So every time I pass, I'm like, wow, like those are my stopping grounds right there.
For real, I remember getting stomped out on those.
Damn. He said I got beat up there.
I got beat up there.
What was you doing?
Hey, bro, it's like that scene from Captain America where he's in the car. He's like, hey, I got beat up in that alley. And that one too. Oh my God, that one too.
It's just it's cool to reminisce on those times.
It is.
But yeah, to kind of follow up with your question, you know, I did all types of things, like whether it was trick or treating. I went to Halloween parties. As of late, I've just, you know, I think it was like the past couple Halloweens, because around this time of year, I'm thankful that this weekend is supposed to be a really nice weekend. It's not supposed to rain or anything. But past Halloweens have been rainy and stuff.
For a long time. It's usually like a Halloween tradition. It's that light rain, real cold. Hurry up. You get 2 hours of trick-or-treating for your mom's like, come on, let's go.
Well, according to the news, it's going to be spooktacular.
Spooktacular.
So apparently it's going to be like in the 50s, like 55, 56. So it's going to be cool. But it's not going to be like, I'm like, man, why couldn't we have this 20 years ago?
Bro, for real. Like,
they're wrong. I'm finding the weather, man.
I remember it was one year. It was actually kind of warm outside. That was the only time I could remember. And so most of the time when it's raining, I've just sat in my house, turned off the lights, because, you know, if you turn off the porch lights, nobody shows up. I'm just watching scary movies. Like that's it.
Now, since we're on the subject of Halloween, since you do go to church and you are a man of faith and all that, how does Halloween play for you and your faith right now? Like, do you still celebrate it? Is it still?
Yeah, because it's been a very controversial topic when it comes to like the church. A lot of people are, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. That's the devil's work, whatever. and I just feel like it's at a certain point, being a Christian, being a believer, it comes to a certain point where it's, am I going to be sinning if I do this? It comes to a point where it's almost like alcohol or doing drugs. It's like, am I really going to have that conversation and go that direction of like, okay, I'm doing it on purpose. Let me smoke a joint. Nothing against my people who do that on a daily basis. I'm not knocking on anybody for that. But it's just like it comes to a point where it's like, am I really allowing that to pull me away from my faith?
To dictate your faith?
Yeah, because a lot of people say, oh, well, if you're celebrating, then you're worshiping the devil. Like, no, there's just a difference between playing along and having fun with it and not allowing it to get to that certain point.
Yeah.
For years, I battled it. Because the church would tell me, oh, you shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because, there are kind of like sensitive topics that kind of come up in the studio. And there's times where like me and Manny look at each other and it'll slip and it almost goes over your head, or it'll like you'll acknowledge it. But we kind of like expect how do you say it, like a reaction, like some kind of, oh, you guys shouldn't be talking about that. And that's one thing I ask, because I love that you're not a judgmental person, because a lot of people who are very religious, some of them are very judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
And
for whatever religion.
And it's not just Christians, and it's there's Catholics, there's Buddhists, there's a lot of people out there because of faith. They dictate their personality, and I love the fact that you are not like that, dude, because we're allowed to be ourselves around you, and you still love us the same way, no matter what we do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I hate veering off, but when I see stuff like this, bro, that's what I say. That's real faith. That's real Christianity. That's how a real Christian is supposed to act. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's somebody that that can look at you and not judge you, and look straight through you and not see anything. You know what I mean? You just see you.
Good, solid brother.
Yeah, exactly. Good, solid brother.
No matter what habits or hobbies, business is business, and that's all he treats you for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, not to sound cliche or anything, but it's like the word says, love your neighbor like yourself, and that's exactly what I do.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why like the whole Halloween thing, and when you came up with the segments, that's the first thing I thought of. Like, are you just bringing these segments on because we're all in this together, and you kind of feel like it's Halloween season? How do you feel about that topic? Like, I don't want you to talk about stuff that you're not comfortable with. Obviously, he's like, shit, I used to go trick or treating, and I got cavities, and this and that.
Man.
Bro, let me tell you something. Like,
we were all raised different.
Something real quick before we end this. My girlfriend is, she's a Christian as well, but she loves Halloween. Like, she loves all that spooky stuff. She likes going to haunted houses, and it's crazy, So, but it's dope, It's dope. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you got somebody like that. Somebody that's got the same outlook on faith as you. So
So
my folks say the only ghost that's allowed on Halloween is the Holy Ghost.
That's true. That's very true.
He said it's the Holy Ghost.
That's very
ain't
true.
Nobody paying rent in the house. They gotta go.
Right.
You don't pay no bills in the house.
It's like,
your ass gotta go.
It's like T.I.'s uncle from ATL. He's like, nobody getting cutty in this place but me.
For real.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna keep it moving.
Let's keep it moving, guys.
Before we end this, so if you have any Halloween traditions, Dia de los Muertos traditions, I'm gonna post a little question on our IG 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. You can share all your traditions or send us a DM. Go ahead, send us a DM. Let us know what are some of the traditions that you celebrate during the spooky season. We're gonna keep it moving with some more music. Next up, we got Gutter Jim with 187.
Bitch, I'm the one from exit 45, banging through the hood with my all black nine. On prize, bitch, I hit you in the spine. If you gang banging, go ahead and throw your sign. I don't give a fuck about what you reppin', nigga. Caught your ass walking out the fucking Western, nigga. Don't want drama, you better get to steppin', nigga. It's the mafia, yeah, we know for stretching, nigga. It's a G-U-double-T-A. All up in the club and you know I'm serving yay. Ain't never lacking, keep a pole on my waist. I tear this bitch up, people stitching my face. I ain't never going down for a fuck, nigga. Why
behind bars, you still get touched. Nigga claim you looking for me, but I'm untouched. Nigga, let me see you. Yeah, you better have it clutch, nigga. Pull up to the scene, yeah, we motherfucking mob. Yeah, we mob. Chop in the trunk, but my trigger finger throb. Ice on our necks while your main bitch slob. And when it's get a shit, ask your mans why he hiding. Right behind tents, yeah, you know how we rockin'. Stay loaded up, cause that's really how we slide. Making house visits like I'm round with Ben Laden. Pocket full of dead preys like them niggas plot. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas, with my niggas, with my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, then we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas, with my niggas, with my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, then we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. Riding with the gang through the motherfucking city. Stunning on hoes, but ain't showing no pity. But some big guns, but they hold more than 50. Doing 120 in the motherfucking 60. Always on the road, cause I got and go and chase it. If I see the cops, I'm do the dash like I'm racing. Real road running, so y'all boys need to face it. They can't be fucking with these hoes, cause them bitches basic. I don't give a fuck about them niggas coming, please. Long as they ain't fucking with my motherfucking cheese. Run up in your crib, hit a lick, get on your knees. Looking for a bag, bitch, we got what you need. It's that murder in the flow, so y'all need to back up. If you ain't talking cheese, you can get smacked up. Real hit, man, I can get your ass clapped up. Saying you the plug, go ahead, put a stack up. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas, with my niggas, with my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, then we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. Yeah, we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch. I'm just sliding through the city with my niggas, bitch. With my niggas, with my niggas, with my niggas. Claiming you a killer, but your whole team snitching, bitch. Yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching, yeah, y'all snitching. Let us see your ass in traffic, then we ripping shit. 2 car 6 hitters, we ain't missing shit. Man down, it's a 187 in this bitch.
Shout out to Gutter Jim with that dope track 187. We're going to keep it moving with this next artist, Riverside Sherwood. This one's called Brick Fair.
Primo beats on the track.
Late night with the gang all black, with this all black strap, no scully, just a ski mask. I can get them with the stick of the mitch, got hand flat bows on them, feeling like the weed man. Woo, what they want from me? A lot of dead ops send them company. Yeah. Woo, what they want from me? I'm not the one, you see, don't come for me. Yeah. Real D-boy in my pocket, got brick fair. I'm grabbing your attention when you see me, cause the shit's rare. Retros in the trap, grab Balenci's when I switch pair. I'm whipping up that whoop, might hit you with the Ric Flair. Always chasing cheese, got me feeling like a lab rat. Ran out of light of cane, so I hit him with the stand back. Too much Fetty, would've swore I served anthrax. Fuck around and kill the whole town off that last batch. Cheese on his top, wrap him up, enchiladas. Niggas started flexing, so I shake them like maracas. Slide down, knock the meat right out your taco. I pop out with more chopsticks than Benny Hanna's, bitch. Late night with the gang all black, with this all black strap, no scully, just a ski mask. I can get them with the stick of the mitch, got hand flat bows on them, feeling like the weed man. Woo, what they want from me? A lot of dead ops send them company. Yeah. Woo, what they want from me? I'm not the one, you see, don't come for me. Yeah. Red dot a nigga boy, thought he had measles, 100 rounds in this bitch, I'ma leave his ass see-through. Dropping Addy on him, let me know when we can meet you. Pop out or else I'm gon' bump into your people. 30 slides on me, fake ID in the CVVs, pass the rock off, good dish like I'm CP3. Black Friday, I smacked out with like ATVs, punch your DTE, new bundle and something to eat. New Glock 40, I'ma blow you on tussle. Try to wrestle with me, nigga, this ain't Royal Rumble. Smack him with the back of this bitch, he got lucky. Next nigga tryna get off, I'ma put him on GoFundMe. Late night with the gang all black, with this all black strap, no scully, just a ski mask. I can get him with the stick of the mitch, got hand flat bows on them, feeling like the weed man. Woo, what they want from me? A lot of dead ops send them company. Yeah. Woo, what they want from me? I'm not the one, you see, don't come for me. Yeah.
Primo beats on the track.
3, 2. We're going to keep it going. Next up, we got Wheeze, baby. This is From the Bottom.
God's free water, free dry, nigga, free all the fire. Free my niggas out of heaven, but it's better than jail.
River Wop, sick as hell, they had to leave. I give away everything just to see. Don't even bother line what I look like a believer. No, I don't make promises, not if I can't keep them. I love my daughter to death, try something, bitch, eat 'em. We ain't riding in the whips if them seats ain't heated. And I ain't stepping in the blood if that heat ain't with me. And them killers behind me, but I already peeped. And it's a lot of niggas hate me, I already know. It's some demons on my shoulder trying to let them go. Bitches dick suck weeds, nigga better get your hoe. Fuck making friends, nigga, I'm just trying to up the scope. Free Josh, free Dre, and Birdo out that cell. If we could switch spots, I'll probably hit that cell. Yeah, we's got the balls, but I ain't get them through the mail. No, I don't believe a God, that's why they say I'm going to hell. Dick suckers on my back, damn, let a nigga breathe. You make a quick band, shit, I make it look easy. We don't do regular tricks, everyone got squeezed. Hit your bitch from the back, I think I blew out her knees. And I got love for my brothers, hope all them niggas know. If I ever get boxed, I'm not telling on the soul. Got your bitch looking brazy, red bottom on the soul. Why this nigga talking brazy, put the Glock to his nose. Yeah, we's for real, no matter what shape or size. Really been through some shit, can't you see it in my eyes? Oh, you thought I wasn't bumming, popped up like surprise. Put the deep fried nigga getting cooked like some fries. Know I done a lot of wrong, but shit, can you blame me? Pops wasn't even around, now I'm grown and I hate him. Trying to stack up on this pay for baby moms and my baby. I ain't gonna lie, I felt bad for any nigga tried to play me.
80 deuce, nigga.
Shout out to Weez, baby, with that dope track From the Bottom. We're going to take a little break before we continue with some more music. Lately, we've been talking scary stories. We've been talking about spooky stories the last 3 weeks. This whole entire month of October, we've been sharing some of our spooky stories that we encountered throughout the years in our past somewhere. Today, we have our very own creative director, Manny Banks. He has a story to share when it comes to talk about spooky. Last week, I talked about the little girl that roamed the hallways at my old job, and it was just crazy. So, Manny, what do you got, bro? What's a story that you want to share to our listeners about something spooky?
All right, it probably had been when I was probably about 19, 20. I was out big into the graffiti. I was out tagging with my boy Jose. I'm not going to say no last names or no graph names because I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble, you know. But we were out walking off of 75 by Junction area one night. It was about maybe 2:30, you know. I'm smoking a little joint or whatever, listening to music, got my headphones in. My man Jose's doing his thing on the other side of the freeway. So, you know, he's doing his thing, I'm doing mine, and there's no one on my side. It's 2, 3 in the morning, no cars are driving by. I'm by the Don Granham old funeral home. I'm in front of the big garbage cans. This is when the building was there. So I'm writing on the garbage cans because I got somewhat respect to not tag on the funeral home, you know. So I figure, all right, I'll just hit the cans. I'm not going to touch nobody's house or nothing. So I'm writing on the cans, and I got my headphones in, and I get an eerie feeling like someone's watching me. Oof. And, like, not like a eerie feeling that you get like someone's watching you, like, this was like, I don't know, like I just started to get really hot and sweat. And I'm like, yo, what was in that joint? What was, you know, it was, I don't think it was nothing. You know, I don't put nothing. It was just, you know, regular weed. But I turn around to go see if my boy's around. He's nowhere to be found. I don't hear nothing. It's quiet. I took the headphones out so I could hear around me, whatever. I finished writing whatever I was writing. I turn around. There's a lady with a shopping cart, an old lady, had to been about 80, 90, wearing all white. But the all white was dingy and dirty, and she was pushing a shopping cart. And you guys live in the hood, you guys heard, people push shopping carts. You know how loud that is.
Yeah.
This lady came out of nowhere with it, and it was full of bottles, rattling. And it was 3 in the morning. I look away, because, you know, I was hoping she didn't see me right on the garbage can or whatever. So I'm walking towards her because I just came from the other way, so I'm not about to go back to where I was riding. So I walked the other way towards the lady. The lady stopped. She's in the middle of the street. I'm looking for my boy. My boy's still nowhere to be found. So, you know, I keep walking. She's in the middle of the street, not moving. So I'm all the way on the sidewalk, far away from her. She's like in the middle of the road. No cars are coming, thank God. She probably would have got hit, but when I was looking, I just couldn't help but not like stare at her. Like it was like a sense like just look at her. I just kept getting this feeling like look at her. And I'm looking down, you know, and I'm like, I don't know who this lady is. She's probably judging me. Maybe she see me smoking weed or she see me writing. I don't know. So I wasn't trying to, you know, make myself look out there like I was out there smoking or doing bad. So I just kept my head down and I'm looking at my phone. Something told me to look at her again. I look at her again and her eyes were huge, like maybe the size of limes, but they were all black. And I instantly froze. I dropped my phone and I froze. I couldn't move. It was almost like I couldn't breathe for a second. And me and this lady, thing, whatever it is, just staring at each other for a minute. And I blinked, and when I blinked and I opened my eyes, she was gone.
Oh no.
Mind you, she's pushing a shopping cart full of bottles. You're gonna hear her walk away. I didn't take no steps. I'm still frozen in my spot. My phone, I didn't even pick it up. I closed my eyes and I open them. My face is full of sweat. She's gone. Nowhere to be in sight.
Oh, hell
I
no.
pick up my phone. I run down the street. I call my boy. I was like, yo, where are you at? He's like, I'm on the other side. I just seen you. He was like, why are you running? I'm like, man, did you not just see that old lady? He was like, no one's been around. No one even drove. What are you talking about? I was like, you didn't see that old lady pushing that shopping cart?
Oh, hell no.
He was like, bro, I would have heard somebody pushing a shopping cart. He was like,
no, thank you.
That's all that was, man. I got out of there. I told him, come on, let's go.
No, thank you.
That's probably the closest thing I've had to maybe a ghost. I don't know. It might have been a demon. It was a real eerie feeling. That's the most closest thing I've ever had to.
I rebuke you in Jesus' name.
Honestly, you know,
bro.
I swear, no joke.
Love you to death, bro. But you're gonna have to start doing some like fucking. You ever watched Pirates of the Caribbean? And I forgot what part it is. Somebody pops up, and they spit on the floor and they do a little dance, and it's like supposed to ward off demons and shit. Like, bro, you better do that before you walk in, bro.
No, yeah. This was like, I must have been like maybe 18, 19.
Oh man,
19.
this was
a
hell
long time
no.
ago. And that's the most craziest thing. And I've been out running the streets being bad since I was young, and you know,
Maybe
I've
that
never
was your
seen
sign to
nothing like
stop.
it, nothing unexplainable, you know. And my boy didn't see it, no one seen it. Maybe because I was in front of the actual funeral home. Maybe it was somebody that lived in front of the houses, didn't like me tagging on the garbage cans or something, because I didn't touch no houses. It was strictly the funeral home's garbage can, because I got somewhat respect doing graffiti. I don't touch parks or, you know, schools or nothing like that. People's property, maybe a garage, that's it, but not even then. But yeah, after that, it's crazy. And every time I drive by that building, it's not there no more. And I look at that empty field, like, soon as you bend the corner off of Junction in 75, like, right there, as soon as you turn, it's, like, where it happened, so.
That's just a crazy area.
Every time I've been that,
like, all type of stuff go down on Junction.
Yeah, no, that's no. Wow. There's no way, bro. Like I lived off of Ferdinand and Christiansea a couple years ago. Yeah, about 2 years ago. I want to say 2-3 years ago. And me and my wife would always feel like something was fucking with us, bro. So lights would get turned on, or stuff would go missing for months on end, and we think, oh man, you know, maybe sometimes stuff falls over from the counter, it lands into a trash can, and you know, not knowing, you don't look in, you throw it away, there goes that. Or you know, something gets lost in the couch, or you have something on your lap while you're sitting in the car, and you get up and it falls out. Little mishaps. And we're thinking, you know, these little small things. No, bro, I shit you not. I swear, 6 months on the dot every single time. Whatever went missing, we found it 6 months later.
Wow.
On the dot, bro. And it'd be in the weirdest places that we searched. It would just be so fucking weird, bro.
Was it anything important?
And it would be important, like car keys or a phone,
but it
or
wouldn't have been like nothing like family memorabilia, like
no,
maybe
nothing
like
like that.
necklace or
It was
something,
just small stuff. Like I felt like it was just
odds and ends,
just small. Like the everyday things that you use, car keys and stuff like that, would disappear. So I felt like it was something that was just fucking with your everyday life. You know what I mean? Like I had a vendetta to make your life worse than what, because bro, you know, when I lived on Ferdinand, we went through the rough there, bro. Like eating buttered noodles and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
You ain't gotta
Like,
tell me, my boy.
bro, you know, wick cheese. Like we were rough. We had it rough,
real,
and then
man.
to sit there and
Cereal with the bugs.
yeah, to sit there with the fucking with whatever it was fucking with us, bro. And you know, we were already down on our luck, and to just have something mess. It was a rough time, man. Like,
My
now,
boy.
thank God, here it's peaceful. You ain't gotta worry about shit. Like, none of my friends.
My boy made it out.
Yeah, literally. Like, it was.
God got your back, my baby.
Hope so, shit.
Yeah, I think that definitely tops any of my stories, bro. That's.
Yeah, man. I don't got nothing to beat that, bro.
Don't do graffiti and don't smoke weed.
In the middle of the night on Junction.
Yeah, 3 at night.
Stay away.
Take it from your boy Manny. It's not cool. I'm not lying. That really happened to me. It's not no Halloween story. I wish I could tell my boy's last name and bring him on here. He'd tell you, but I was the only one that saw it, man. It's crazy.
Wow, man.
During the halftime debate, we talked about, we were kind of not knocking at them, but we were talking about Chi-Town. We're going to move it into some Chi-Town mix with some of our Chi-Town artists. Next up, we got BG Stiffy.
PG Stiffy.
Oh, PG, sorry. We got PG Stiffy featuring Southwest very own King Quota. This one's from Detroit to Chicago.
Gutter boys the mafia, do 'em dirty gang. What up, Phantom Ghost?
Yeah. Chicago to Detroit. Phantom Ghost, gutter boys, Midwest, bringing all that noise.
From Detroit to Chicago. Real gutter vatos, puro mexicano.
Illinois to Michigan. Unstoppable Benjamin, con nosotros no chinguen.
From Michigan to Illinois. Tryna cross all this boy, always strapped with that toy.
I can get to work, don't ever doubt it, boy. They sounding dumb as fuck, they yelling, kill the noise. Boys in the hood got hella toys. Making all that noise, I make the Illinois. Claiming you got it, but you ain't got a killer. Claiming you a killer when you ain't a killer. Shooting all them guns, who them bullets hitting? Lying to yourself when you ain't a hitter. Chilling in the yacht with DJ Hard Hitter. I only roll with bosses ever since beginner. And if I ever lost, back to be a winner. And if I ever lost, I got it back by dinner. Ring, 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 that's the money calling. Got female bosses in the making bosses. When I brush my teeth, I ain't got time for flossing. Making power moves, I ain't got time for losses. Chicago to Detroit. Phantom Ghost, gutter boys, Midwest, bringing all that noise.
From Detroit to Chicago. Real gutter vatos, puro mexicano.
Illinois to Michigan. Unstoppable Benjamin, con nosotros no chinguen.
From Michigan to Illinois. Tryna cross all this boy, always strapped with that toy. Hood Mexicano on that mob shit. Riding with that Thule on some hot shit. From the D to the shop, we get it pop in. Fucking with your bitch, she a op, but we locked in. Always on that road, if there's money on that float again, pussy on hold. Riding in that ghost with ghost, strap with post, but don't let the cops know, cause if they pull me up, I'm putting bottles through they dough. Military issue, money's never been the issue. K bullets look like missiles, you get riddled with your hoe. And these dollars playing monkey in the middle of a thick Tatiana putting dick in su hermana. On the system. She a santa till I put her in the gamma. And she try to set me up, then I hit it with that chopper. Wish you know better, bitch, I'm all about that cheddar. From the D to the shot, you getting wet up, you can bet it up. Hey.
Chicago to Detroit. Phantom Ghost, gutter boys, Midwest, bringing all that noise.
From Detroit to Chicago. Real gutter vatos, puro mexicano.
Illinois to Michigan. Unstoppable Benjamin, con nosotros no chinguen.
From Michigan to Illinois. Tryna cross all this boy, always strapped with that toy.
Three.
We're going to keep it going with some more Chi-Town artists. Next up, we got Swan Solo with I Do What I Want.
Yeah. Swan Solo. Southside Chicago. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money, I do what I want. Haters be hating, I know what they own. Never lay back with my hand on my chrome. Ain't fucking with you, but I'm holding my own. Ready is on like Donkey Kong. We flexing, we strong, we getting that dough. Selling the kush away from the cops, no worries, we in the zone. We hella blown, blowing that smoke, they make you choke. Never go broke, 100% or nothing at all. We make it rain, we make it snow. Me and the homies ain't fucking with y'all, so act like you know. We getting that money, blunt in my hand, I take a toke. The money's all I know. I'm selling that cushion, traffic that coke in real time. Before I go home, before my cover gets blown in South Chicago, anything goes. I'm out here, I'm gone, I'm high on that kush. Always lit, I'm always on the wind. This city's where I'm from. I'm Michael Jordan, fuck LeBron. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I'm getting money, making it drop. Driving away from the cops. I'm staying on top and I ain't gonna stop. I'm getting money and I do what I want. I get the money, I do what I want. I'm getting money and I do what I want. I get the money, I do what I want. I'm getting money, I do what I want. I'm flipping them all. They acting too tough, they running their mouths. They talk to the cops, they tricking off. This is getting rough. Despite a trap, I'm holding a pulse. I'm paying the cost, so I'm solo, of course. I'm up with the most, I'm painting the time with a couple of hoes. Everyone knows I'm lit, I'm having fun. I'm getting drunk, I'm sniffing coke. I'm praying to never go broke. This South Chicago, this ain't no lie, this ain't no joke. I'm ready to ride, ready to go. With no second thoughts, I'm in the zone. My mind is blown. South Chicago, forever my home. Drugs, money and power, mucho dinero. Me and the homies in this together. Forever we grinding, forever we getting that paper. Forever we rising, it's hypnotizing the head. It's starting to realize the more you see me, the more you like it. Hell yeah, they talking about it. I'm getting that money, puro desmadre. I do what I want, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. Hell yeah, they talking about it. I'm getting that money, puro desmadre. I do what I want, I'm in love with the money. I'm in love with the money. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want. Haters be hating. I know what they own. I get the money. I get the money. I do what I want. I do what I want.
We're going to keep it going with some more Chi-Town artists. Next up, we got X Soto featuring the legendary Twista. This one's called Gunplay.
Me conecto, me presento, soy el epicentro de los infecto. A los que los detecto, te aplasto como un exceto. No ocupo de intermediario, represento mi condado. Tengo todo organizado, siempre estoy bien informado. De soldado uniformado, no nací para intentarlo, yo nací para agarrarlo. Siempre estoy al mando con la vereta en la mano. Bien cargado con los tiros avinados, yo aquí te desarmo. Como la ve, mira lo que te digo, porque sabes que yo tengo un nivel. Yo le tomo las capturas, ya sintieron mi tortura dura. Ustedes no están a mi altura, para mí ya son basura. Ya sentiste mis locuras, por tu madre hasta lo juras. Para mí eres como Judas, te juro que me la sudas. Mexicano 100%, lo digo, lo represento. Entendiste mi concepto, con tu mi cuadra manas en la cara. La bala se te dispara, represento el habla hispana. Nadie me regaña, me reclama, yo desgarro hasta tu alma. Mejor tómalo con calma, ya empezó mi travesía. No soy yo de la CIA, hago que suban las manos como si yo fuera policía. Ella estoy sentado en mi silla con la vereta en la orilla. Ando con pura morrilla, cultivando la semilla. Lo que cosechas cultivas, pegándole, porque todo lo que te digo es para que te pongas muy bien. Te tiro de tiro, yo termino, tu respiro determino. Quedaron arrepentidos, paro tus latidos, corazón partido. Ido de la mente, soy consciente con AK-47. Todo es diferente, me meto en tu lente, soy consciente, vivo del presente. No tengo ningún pendiente, yo aquí soy muy eficiente. Pero que fue, con el estilo no te contradigo y es para que te pongas normal. Yo voy a ganar, billetes contar, no me van a pagar, siempre voy a triunfar. Seremos eternos como los tres mosqueteros. Dejo tu cara cortada como Tony Montana. La sangre aquí se derrama, llámale a tu mamá. No me gusta gusta el drama, 8 tiros en tu cara y nadie me reclama. Me presento, soy el epicentro de los infecto. A los que los detesto, te aplasto como un exceto. No ocupo de intermediario, represento mi condado. Tengo todo organizado, siempre estoy bien informado. De soldado uniformado, no nací para intentarlo, yo nací para agarrarlo. Siempre estoy al mando con la vereta en la mano. Bien cargado con los tiros avinados, yo aquí te desarmo.
I be the one to be coming up in it, whatever the rhythm I do. Anybody been able to get it whenever the money get put in my hand. Get in my animal, kind of my caliber. Wanna be up in the enemy element, I'm an immediate threat. Be never the one to be about it ran. Calling me the malevolent, wanna be giving a bottle of liquor to get him intoxicated. Whenever I rock, that waiting for me to get on. It was inevitable to be doing it better, never to get him into it. And when I be doing it, I'm on a regular, I wanna go in the zone. Look at the heart, look at the pain, when I be doing the style. Look at the work, look at the rain, I be on top of the pile. I'm in the middle of going through hate, don't wanna suffer the fate. Some of the people I know cause confusion to bring you down. When I chop, I'm a propeller, you should really regret. When I spit it acapella, I'm an immediate threat. Never compatible with a believer that he can't do it. I'm fluent and confident, I'm the shit and I'll be the best. Anything you can do, I can do. It's the attitude that you wanna have when you gotta do what you gotta do. Because they pay me for the style I do is the reason I was able to go to a Mercedes from a Malibu. I cover the bottom, I give it a bottom me to anybody in my vicinity. That's why I be on top of my game. Any rage on the stage, if I ain't at the range. No play with the gun, play when I'm popping that thing.
Me cogneto, me presento, soy el epicentro de los infecto. A los que los detesto, te aplasto como un exceto. No ocupo de intermediario, represento mi condado. Tengo todo organizado, siempre estoy bien informado. De soldado uniformado, no nací para intentarlo, yo nací para agarrarlo. Siempre estoy al mando con la vereta en la mano. Bien cargado con los tiros avinados, yo aquí te desarmo.
Top of the show, we kind of mentioned our small business owners. If you are a small business owner and you would love to have your business promoted on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio, you can go ahead and send all your submissions to 31.3 Urban Rhythm at gmail.com. Right now, we're going to be talking about, or I'm going to be talking about, some of our small biz plugins. Make sure if you haven't checked them out, go ahead and check them out. They are so dope. We're going to kick it off with Brian's Rent-A Audio. For all your lighting and mixing needs, make sure to contact Brian. Phone number 313-920-5288. On Instagram, you can find him at Brian's_rent_a_audio. On Facebook, it's Brian's Rent-A Audio LLC. TikTok, Brian's_rent_a_audio. Or send them an email, briansaudiorental@gmail.com. So shout out to Brian's Rent-A Audio for all your lighting and mixing needs. Make sure to check out Brian's Rent-A Audio. And if you are looking for a dope group, a grupo, si eres mexicano, quieres un grupo en tu siguiente fiesta, ya sea tu pachanga, ya sea lo que estás haciendo, and you are Mexican, you would like to have a band just be playing out there, whether you're having we're not in the season anymore for carne asada, but who can't
Says
have
who?
Yeah, I mean, you can have a carne asada and just kick it inside.
Yeah.
So if you're having a party, you want to contact a dope grupo, you actually heard them on our Estilo Mexicano mix. This is Grupo Contagio. You can contact Grupo Contagio. Their phone number is 313-920-5288. On Instagram, Grupo Contagio Detroit. Facebook, Grupo Contagio Detroit. TikTok, Grupo Contagio. You can find them on Snapchat as well, Grupo Contagio, or send them an email, grupocontagiodetroit@gmail.com. Make sure to contact Grupo Contagio. They are dope. You want to have a nice vibe, just make sure to check them out. So, and speaking of parties, if you have a sweet tooth like me, I want you to go like and follow Scylla Sweets. Scylla Sweets is on Facebook. Got all the sweets right now. She's been doing a lot of chocolate bombs. You know, it's the time of the weather. It's weather, you know, and it's chilly outside, and you want to have a cup of, you know, some people prefer, you know, hot cocoa over hot coffee. So if you are a hot cocoa lover and you want some chocolate bombs, make sure to contact Scylla Sweets on Facebook. That's CILLAS Sweets on Facebook. They have chocolate-covered strawberries, and they have a really dope dessert table for your next party. So make sure to contact Scylla Sweets. And if you are always on the go, like me, whether I'm at work, usually I'll pop in my earbuds and I'll just be listening to dope podcasts throughout the day. And if you're looking for a dope podcast to listen to, look no further, because our very own SwZee, a.k.a. Tempo Beats, has his own podcast, Tempo Talks. It usually comes out on Sundays at 6 p.m., but sometimes he'll throw in, if there's an event going on, he'll have a special edition of Tempo Talks on a Saturday, depending on when the show is. So special edition of Tempo Talks on Saturdays or whatever day it is. Tempo just sits down, interviews some of Detroit's artists, from rappers, videographers, producers, music engineers. So make sure to head over to Tempo Beats on Facebook to catch the latest episodes of Tempo Talks. Also, we have El Nino Podcast, Real Everyday People with Eladio Nino, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Head over to Nino Podcast on Facebook as Nino sits down to interview everyday people to break down what they excel in. So that is on Mondays at 9 p.m. Make sure to check out Eladio, streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Go like and follow Nino Podcast. And while you're looking for more podcasts, check out Vibras Detroit Podcast. You can find them on Instagram, Vibras Detroit. Stream their latest episodes on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find your podcast. And one I want to mention that I was actually featured on Monday was Ron Romero Show. You can find Ron, that's R-O-N, Romero Show. I actually sat down, not really sat down with him, but, it was more of a virtual conversation with him, so it was pretty dope. So make sure you check out Ron Romero Show. He is out from the Valley. He's from McAllen, Texas, and he basically does podcast episodes in Spanish. So make sure to check out Ron Romero Show, Vibras Detroit Podcast, El Nino Podcast, and our very own Temple Talks Podcast. So that is the small plugins, and we're going to keep it moving with some more music. Next up, we got Huster, featuring Young Prophet and Loco Max with Dicen que Somos.
Yeah, es Loco Max, el pinche Uster, Young Prophet, de Detroit, DBR, yeah, suena.
Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí. Todos quieren paro, loco, no echan esquina. Es que así es la gente cuando uno necesita. Por eso ando solo y siempre abusado. El barrio donde vivo ando bien acostumbrado a cargar la fusca y andar bien rayado. Zafo está tatuado, también el rosario. Represento a mi raza en cada verso diario. Si no fuera por ellos no anduviera aquí. Escribiendo neta, suban la bandera bien alto en el cielo para que todos la vean. Somos de la raza, con la sangre brava. Los que no se dejan ir nunca aparentan. De que somos esto, quién sabe cuánto otro. Todas las rimas que tiro siempre son reales. Fuck all them haters, cale a quien le cale. Guanatos y Detroit haciendo buenos pinches jales. Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí. Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí.
A lo malandraco, el beat se lo atraco. Ahora conectamos pa'l otro lado del charco. Ya sabe la tranza y cómo se mueve el jale. Kilos de buena rima corriendo por la calle y zumbando las banquetas. Andamos prendidos como locos con anfetas. Mejor ni te metas que el terre está pesado. Locos callejeros con el fierro por un lado. Tirando la placa, Guanatos y Detroit, motherfucker, con puro verso chaca. Respeto pa'l de arriba y respeto pa' la flaca. Ondeamos la bandera de raza guerrera. Mexicano loco hasta que me muera.
Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí. Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí.
Vida loca, tequila entre copas, finanza con la corta, bandera mexicana la que siempre se reporta. De buenas pa'l gabacho, saludo a los catrachos, fierro parientito que encandela para antacho. Vamos conectando como Floyd, siempre coronamos bebiendo una de Bones. Nos tachan de malandros, no saben en lo que ando. Nomás por ver tatuados se la pasan criticando. Así que compa, llévesela suave, mejor no se me clave. Yo toda esa gente la mando a chingar su madre. Así que compa, llévesela suave, mejor no se me clave. Yo toda esa gente la mando manda a chingar su madre.
Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí. Dicen que somos malandros, nos juzgan en el barrio por andar tatuados. Esa es la vida que yo elegí. Le pido al de arriba que rece por mí.
We're going to keep it going with the man himself, Young Prophet. This is Young Prophet and Elder featuring JP with Asalto.
Ya se la saben, se juntaron los reales del género. Detroit, Guanatos, Cali, we acting. Ya saben qué tranza, háblales el
Este es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena, que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes le falta flow. Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena, que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes le falta flow.
Venimos con power, con sonidos del futuro. We ain't gonna stop ni aunque se ponga oscuro. Che, venimos duro para otros rumbos. Vamos a cruzar fronteras y tumbar los muros. Le damos recio, no traemos frenos. This ain't no new wave, es algo fresco. Siempre firme, así me fleto. Con todos los míos, never fake shit. Tiramos fuego, nunca basic. No echamos shade, we tryna get paid. Generando feria del alfabeto. No vamos a parar hasta que vale el esqueleto.
Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena, que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes le falta flow. Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena, que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes le falta flow.
Cuando me toca rimarle rimas que explotan cerebros. Cuando me tocan en sus estéreos, mi boca escupe fuego como cerillos. Vengo a encenderlos, dejándolos como zacate seco en un cerro. Que no se les olvide que esto es hip hop. Así que vayan abriendo paso, cuidado que va llegando su majestad. Así que manos arriba mientras me suelto en la pista, escupiendo rimas adictas. Vengo a robarme tarimas, insinuando sílabas sin embarrarlas de saliva. Me vale que me critiquen, que al cabo van a querer hablar. Pues cuando yo escupo, yo tumbo. La competencia dicen no es justo, mi estilo rudo, por eso yo no los culpo.
Esto es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena, que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes le falta flow. Es un asalto, vine a robarme la escena. Porque como yo ninguno suena, que nadie se mueva, vine a robarme el show. Es muy fácil porque a todos ustedes le falta flow. Esto es un asalto, tranquilo que no voy a matarlo. Solo vine por lo que es mío, por lo que trabajo, por lo que yo sí merezco. Y ustedes no lo aprovechan por su falta de talento y su música mal hecha. Vámonos face to face y tú me tiras hate. Soy Mr. Versatilidad, lo tuyo es copy paste. Tranquilo, wey, lo tuyo suena fake. Mejor date un break y get out date. Ok, no olviden la ley de la gravedad. Lo dijo Isaac Newton, lo que sube tiene que bajar. Ok, no olviden la ley de la gravedad. Lo dijo Isaac Newton, lo que sube tiene que bajar. Esto es un asalto, tranquilo que no voy a matarlo. Solo vine por lo que es mío, por lo que trabajo, por lo que yo sí merezco. Y ustedes no lo aprovechan por su falta de talento y su música mal hecha.
We're going to keep it going with some more Young Prophet. Next up, we got Young Prophet featuring Mr. Martinez. This one's called Por Mi Sueño.
DBR, Young Prophet, Head Mafia, Mr. Martinez, Detroit hasta Yucatán. Ya saben que tranza, locos, let's go. Mentalmente me aferré pa' llegar a grande. Nunca me voy a rendir, pase lo que pase. Seguimos luchando por un mejor camino. He estado en lo profundo, he sentido frío. Cosas de la vida que cambiaron mi destino. Muchos me dieron la espalda cuando no había quiso. Eso me motivó pa' luchar por lo que es mío. Vamos evitando piedras y tumbando puertas. Desde morro tenía un sueño de tener billetes. Ponte trucha con la gente falsa, te detiene. Venimos sin frenos, esta música se siente. En mi DVR tira letras que encienden. Muchos se venden y la falsedad se atiene. Hay que decir la neta, no morder los dientes. Voy por el sueño que muchos me han contado, subir a la cima pa' que se queden hablando.
Por mis sueños yo tuve fe, buscando la moneda yo me aferré. Hoy vuelvo pa' mi barrio y lo que logré, me siento bendecido, ayer tuve sed. Yo salí por mis sueños, yo tuve fe, buscando la moneda yo me aferré. Hoy vuelvo pa' mi barrio y lo que logré, me siento bendecido, ayer tuve sed. No se me olvida quién estuvo, quiénes fueron, quién ha sido, los que me levantaron cuando estaba más caído. En esto bendecido, me llamaron bandido, por hacer que la calle siempre mantenga el sonido. Yo no me olvido de dónde soy, levantando mi tierra por donde voy. Me fajo con quien quiera, pa' eso estoy, soldado de la calle por mis convoy. Siempre he mantenido mi cuadra buscando ese brillo, brillando en lo malo. Agradecido con el que me dijo para arriba y me puso la mano. Por eso es que nunca me olvido que ajena es la familia que represento. El dinero nunca importado, por eso mi sello conoce talento. Yo siempre regreso pa'l rancho, seguimos soñando a lo alto. Bendiciones para mi gente que nunca se raja y está en el gabacho. Yo siempre regreso pa'l rancho, seguimos soñando a lo alto. Bendiciones para mi gente que nunca se raja y está en el gabacho. Yo salí por mis sueños, yo tuve fe, buscando la moneda yo me aferré. Hoy vuelvo pa' mi barrio y lo que logré, me siento bendecido, ayer tuve sed. Yo salí por mis sueños, yo tuve fe, buscando la moneda yo me aferré. Hoy vuelvo pa' mi barrio y lo que logré, me siento bendecido, ayer tuve sed.
This is 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio with your boy RockyRoad313. Thank you for tuning in this week. Well, actually today, because we're back tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m., leading up to 7. Make sure to check us out every single Wednesday and Thursday from 5 p.m. up to 7, 7:30, or sometimes even 8 p.m. It doesn't matter. We're here doing what we love. This is your boy RockyRoad313. On the ones and twos, like always, it is SwZee, a.k.a. Temple Beats. Shout out to our creative director, Manny Banks, our audio technician, Victorino. And make sure, if you have, we want to send a shout out to that Anonymous who sent us a donation to our Cash App. And if you are feeling generous, you want to send a donation, you can go ahead and send any donations to our Cash App. That is $313 Urban Rhythm Radio. And just continue to follow us, like us on all social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. And yeah, so make sure you check us out every single Wednesday, every single Thursday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And like we talked earlier, we do have a treat for you that will be playing tomorrow exclusively on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. It was actually released today. You can go ahead and check it out on all digital platforms. It is a brand new song by our very own audio technician, Victorino. It is actually Danny S. featuring Victorino with Te Llevaste Mi Amor remix, and that's going to be playing tomorrow on 31.3 Urban Rhythm Radio. Make sure you go ahead and search that song up on all digital platforms, and make sure to tune in tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m., leading up to 7, 7:30, whatever time it is. Make sure to check us out tomorrow, 5 p.m. We'll see you tomorrow with this. We're going to end it with this song right here. This is the Block Brothers by Weez, baby.
Damn, CR2, you made this?
Weez, baby. Free Josh, free walk. Free vibe. Door slide back on the van when it's a hit. Won't matter if you run, next time I'ma flip. Nigga, talk about filet when I'm fucking on your chick. We's way too legit, can't compare me to no bitch, nigga. Wanna talk guns, little boy, we a kid in. Do good the first time, it's too hot to try to spin again. Bitch gotta go, pulled up and ain't bring friends. Get caught slipping, hell no, this ain't mini, man.
I know you know our name through the hood, we jug plenty hands. Ain't even gotta talk about the top, you got too many, man. Don't ever up no motherfucking high point, that bitch gon' jam. Knowing your whole ass gon' fold up, start telling on your man. Been
bout it, bitch. Niggas ballin' blocking shit. Ducked off, stacking up this paper, you running out of it. You ain't never been a real nigga, really counterfeit. I think the ops coming down the block, nigga slide the blick. Like the 18, my nigga steady ready for all action. I'ma shoot this bitch if you make me mad, I'm trigger happy. You won't smoke with any nigga in my camp, then make it happen. If I don't make a meal off this rap shit, it's back to trap.
Door slide back on the van when it's a hit. Won't matter if you run, next time I'ma flip. I ain't talking about filet when I'm fucking on your chick. We's way too legit, can't compare me to no bitch nigga. Wanna talk guns, little boy, we a kid in. Good the first time, it's too hot to try to spin again. Bitch gotta go, pulled up and ain't bring friends. Get caught slipping, hell no, this ain't mini man's on. When we slide, I'll haul off and punch. I ain't talk about no scams, had to go through too much. Ex bitch left me bad, I was down on my nuts, but my new bitch real, so I hardly give a fuck. They like how you get it in, guess it's poking through my shirt. Get money every day, you only touch it on the first. And I ain't never had a job, I'm dependent on this work. Took a 30 before I fuck, I'm trying to see if she can squirt. Bullets spinning in the air, once it touches, gon' hurt. Find a yes man, toss his ass a bag, go to work. Finesse her ass out the pussy, just forget about the purse. I don't believe shit, pussy, I ain't never been to church.
Cause when I see these niggas out, I swear we taking niggas stripes. I owe it all to that dog, cause that's what changed a nigga life. They'll come talking tough shit and end up and lose your life. Pillow talking to these hoes, and that's the reason I don't like niggas. Fuck around and get exposed, cause you a bitch in real life, nigga. You strap it all day, but I still slam and fight, nigga. I'll keep your distance if I see you, it's on sight with it. Hit the Addy broad there, get him gone by the night, nigga. God 26, extended clip, that's a good pistol. Catch him while he ride with his bitch and I'ma flip the rental. And if he make it out, then we gon' kill him while he in the spittle. It's back to rolling dead ass sops in the stew chillin'.
Cash on the beat.
Back to rolling dead ass.